Today, I'm gonna give you the 5 top reasons your wife isn't giving you the cheeks anymore.
I gave you my heart. I gave you everything. I gave you all of it.
You didn't give me pussy. You didn't give me pussy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. This is the 5 reasons she is withholding sex from you. Now, this video is for both men and women, and hopefully I will give you guys some solutions to each point so that you guys can spice up your sex life again. Disclaimer. I am a wife. This is a perspective of a wife. I've talked to many wives, and these are the top reasons they have given me, and also just based off of my own research and my own 2 eyes, okay? So take everything with a grain of salt. Also, nothing I say will actually change your life. You have to make the changes within your life and in your marriage, whether you are a wife or a husband. So again, take everything with a grain of salt and listen, and maybe you guys will take some good points away from this video. So without further ado, let's get into these top reasons. So the first reason why your wife isn't giving you the cheeks anymore, and I will say this point has multiple points that come out of it, and this is probably the overarching theme of the reason why she's not giving you sex anymore. And that's because she lost respect for you. Her withholding sex is her way of controlling and dominating in the relationship. She feels that the marriage is out of control, and so she feels that she needs to take the reins. And one way that she can take the reins in the relationship, in the marriage, is by withholding sex. Just like in dating, just like in everything else, women control access to sex, even in marriage. And it could be a slew of different reasons. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you made a financial mistake with all of your money and lost it. Maybe you gained weight. Maybe she has someone in her ear, or it's social media. There could be a number of reasons why your wife has lost respect for you. And wives, keep something in mind, okay? You can breathe life into your marriage, you can breathe life into your man, or you can be the biggest thorn and the reason why the marriage falls apart. We know the stats, right? Women are leaving men. Women are initiating divorce more than men. So it is imperative for you as a woman to find happiness within yourself, not all of these external situations. That's not going to make you happy. You need to make yourself happy, okay? Not your husband, not your kids. No one else has that responsibility. And wives, you need to understand that disrespect can lead to a man, your husband, feeling rejected. And once he becomes rejected, he becomes a shell of himself. With that shell, he will isolate himself, he will probably cheat, he will find alternative ways to get what he wants. And honestly, some men, a lot of men, will stay in the marriage because it's not financially responsible for them to leave the marriage. But yet again, the stats are showing that wives are leaving their husbands over husbands leaving their wives. You have a part to play in this. It is not just your husband. If you are a man and experiencing disrespect, this loss of trust, you need to understand why it's happening. Was it a singular event? Was it multiple events? You need to understand that it's not your wife's approval that you need to be searching for. You need to have self-respect. And if you've gotten to the point where you've become a shell of yourself, you need to build back your self-respect. You can do that in a number of ways. Focusing, doubling down on your purpose, finding hobbies and things that are going to challenge you again. And on top of that, you need to give yourself acceptance and like a pat on the back for all the things that you're doing well. In turn, your wife will start seeing the changes that you're making, and she will start noticing it and potentially can change. At this point, if things haven't completely hit the fan, you guys have an opportunity to restore your marriage. But this lack of respect that women give to men can be the Achilles heel of your marriage and could lead to the complete downfall of your marriage, either the husband initiating the divorce or the wife. So keep that in mind. Respect is a the number one need a man needs. And husbands, understand that your wife, her biggest need is security and trust. So if any of those are broken, you guys get the picture. All right, guys, let's jump into reason number 2. Your wife is withholding sex from you. She's pissed off, okay? She's pissed off. This is one of the most common ones. There's another very common one that I hear all the time, but she's pissed off, okay? Either you pissed her off or something in the day pissed her off and she's not in a good mood. Women rely on emotions and feelings, okay? I'm sorry to break it to you, but we are not the most logical beings, okay? And so we rely on feelings and emotions. And if we've had a bad day, either in the office or at home with the kids, or you just simply pissed her off, she's not gonna want to give you anything. Depending on the situation, it can be easily resolved, right? Maybe you didn't take out the trash. Maybe you didn't fix something around the house. These things can lead to a woman being pissed off, all right? Or if it's a bigger thing, she can start harboring resentments and the resentments start piling up. So you're gonna be in the doghouse for a while. It's a form of foreplay. It doesn't just happen in the bedroom. Men can just shut that off. Men can shut off their emotions and their feelings in order to get, to get what they want. But women can't, or they have a harder time doing that. Really difficult for a woman to get into the mood if she's pissed off. If it's a little task or if it's a little thing, apologize. It doesn't take too much pride to just say, you know what, I really want to bust those cheeks. Let me just apologize, right? And actually mean it. And then start engaging in physical, like being physical with her without initiating sex. You can draw her a bath, you can give her a massage, you can get her a foot massage. You're not necessarily hinting at sex, but most likely you will get that. Put a little effort in. I know, you've been married. It's supposed to be her duty to do that. But a lot of women are not doing that. They want to feel something. They need to feel cared for and loved. And again, guys, this is if you haven't checked out of your marriage yet. If you want to make changes, you can start doing that. Ladies, come on now. I understand that you're pissed off, but a part of being married is your willingness to have sex with your husband. That's what he signed up for. So if you're always pissed off, or I'm gonna jump to the next point soon, which is you're always tired, what do you think your husband is gonna start doing? You think he's gonna just be like,
okay, you're right, let me suppress my hormones, let me suppress my desire to have sex
all of the time and just live in a sexless marriage? You're not going to find that that's going to bring you happiness. It's not going to bring you a sustainable marriage. And most likely you will find out that your husband is cheating on you. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And you have to take accountability in that. Yes, your husband cheated. But why? But why? If you haven't had sex with your husband in 6 months, which is something that I've heard women not give them years of sex. What do you think your husband is gonna do? You think he's just gonna, you don't think he's gonna watch porn? You don't think he's gonna masturbate? You don't think he's gonna find someone else? Let's be realistic. If you're always pissed off, always tired, you need to change your attitude. This is Real talk, okay? Real talk. Let's jump into point number 3, and that is she's cheating. She's cheating. She has another man. She has a man on the side. Doesn't really necessarily mean that she has gotten to the point where she's physically involved with this man, right? The other man. She might be just emotionally attached to this person, but you've lost her. You've completely lost her at this point, okay? Because a lot of the things that I hear when women cheat is,
oh, I feel undesired. I don't feel cared for. I feel unheard, unhappy.
and she's looking for excitement. Maybe you guys just have the same style of sex all the time. She wants to spice up the sex life. Maybe that's her. And at this point, you guys have to decide, is she gonna stop cheating? Is she gonna stop seeing this man? And if you guys wanna go to counseling, this would be a perfect time. It would actually be before that, but seek out counseling in this, marriage counseling. It's gonna take a long time to repair that trust, that respect, that honor. It's gonna take a long time to do that, but it can happen. I've seen it happen. Or this is the time to throw in the towel. I'm not a big advocate for it. I know a lot of people are a big advocate for it, especially if it's not the first time. I don't know, you guys might roast me in the comments, who knows. The number 4 reason she is withholding sex from you is because she's tired. I hear this one all the time.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
And listen, she might be exhausted. And ladies, this is the point that I really want to drive home for you. If this is something that you're using all of the time, the excuse you're using with your husband, you need to start changing, okay? Days when I am tired and I know James wants to hit it, I suck it up. I do it. And you know what? At the end of the day, when I lay my little head down on the pillow, I feel good. I feel great. I sleep like a rock. He sleeps like a rock. And I feel so much better that I could give something that my husband really wanted from me. And it's a part of marriage. Like I mentioned before, it is a part of marriage. When your husband signs the dotted line, right, he is expecting sex. You have to understand that this is something that men need. It is a non-negotiable for a lot of men, especially if they have higher testosterone levels. You both have a part to play in this situation, okay? And honestly, at the end of the day, you'll feel better. You guys can make it even more fun and, you know, try out new positions and all of these other things. Spice it up. Spice it up if you feel bored. And guys, for you, like I said, women rely on their emotions and their feelings. And if she's tired, draw her a bath, give her a massage, be physical, get in the shower, right? Shower together. These are just my thoughts. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I've seen it work. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? You guys will definitely let me know in the chat. But let's jump into the 5th and final reason. And this is probably the hardest reason to get over. She might have sexual trauma. And if she was recently triggered by something she either watched or a sexual act that you guys did, it might stir up a lot of things for her. And so if you are a woman in this situation, if you're a wife in this situation, you need to seek out therapy. You might have resolved it before. Things pop up and you need to take care of it. You can't rely on your husband to make you happy, to make you satisfied, to take away the trauma from your life. You can't depend on anyone else except yourself. Your husband can support you, and I encourage you guys, if you have a wife that is struggling with this, to support her in this, support her recovery. But she needs to be willing to go seek therapy. It is very, very, very difficult to overcome this if she is not willing to make a change in her own life. A lot of these points have to do with your willingness. If you want to be married, if you want to be with your husband or with your wife, you need to put in the work. You can't be complacent. It doesn't work that way, especially if you're trying to have a sustainable, long-lasting marriage. Something that worked 5 years ago or 10 years ago might not work today. You have to make adjustments. That's just how life is. A lot of people are throwing in the towel way before they get to the good stuff, to the breakthroughs. That is my video for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of flack from this one. I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell to help out the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.